Hey there, YouTube land. Big Dave here. This is part 2. And I'm talking about the clarinet, the B flats. So if you missed part 1, which I'm assuming is going to load properly. You know, sometimes I go to load these videos and weird stuff happens. I'm upside down. I'm not like a techno kind of person. So even though I take pictures and I've used cameras for like years and years, but I just use the iPad here. I can't deal with that video thing. Anyway, so let's talk about this Brahms sonata. All right. So here you have a number of places where you have to use the B flat, and you have to choose which B flat you're going to use. Okay. And I'm going to make a disclaimer here. You know, it's funny. I had more than once I had somebody make some kind of a weird remark about if I said something about the clarinet, and almost like I shouldn't talk about the clarinet because I don't know anything about it. You know, when I was in the 70s, I used to take the bus to New York, and I studied with all the big teachers. I used to, whoever I could get a lesson with. And it could be somebody from the Metropolitan Opera. It could be somebody, you know, whoever I could get a lesson with. And so I studied clarinet at one time with a lot of really big teachers. And David Weber, who was in Juilliard. Mitch Weiss, who used to work all over New York. And, you know, I think he used to sub with all the big symphonies and all that stuff. And the opera, the ballet. And like so many other players, you know, and Joe Allard, you know, like that. When I went to Joe Allard, that's when I studied clarinet. I didn't have that many lessons with Joe Allard because his schedule was weird, and I didn't have a regular slot. But I used to go when there was a slot open, or one of my friends would cancel, like they couldn't make it, they went on the road. So I would say, oh yeah, I'll take your lesson or whatever it was. And that was always on clarinet. I didn't play, you know, I didn't take the saxophone to New York. I used to go on the bus, and I would walk around, you know, so I just had my little case, and that was it. But it's an interesting comment. Somebody says, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, I sat with enough really good clarinet teachers, so I could talk about the B flats. It's all right. Now, in the beginning, I don't use a big articulation. First of all, I haven't played this piece in like ages, but see, every time I go to use that B flat, it's going to sound weird. So I'm going to use the side B flat. And it's much better instead of using the pinchers. Now, I don't want to use this. I could use this vented B flat. But why do I want to move all those fingers? You know, so I'm just using the side B flat. The thing you want to do is get used to knowing where that key is. You know, you shouldn't have to be studying. This is the problem when you change horns all the time. Like, you know, like people run around and they buy a new instrument every 6 months or 6 weeks. They have to get another instrument. This is the same clarinet I played since 1979. The only thing I have that's different is I have a couple of barrels and a couple of mouthpieces, so I can change the upper end. But the rest of it, every key is where it's been since that date, you know. Now, there, B flat to G. It's a slur. And the next note is tongued, by the way. So you want to articulate that note. I'm using the side B flat. Then you go to the upper register. Now on this one, some people will tell you to leave this down and play this fingering. I don't like that fingering. So I'm not going to play that. I mean, some people do. They leave this finger down and play the B flat. I don't like that. I realize it's the, you know, the 1 and the 2. You can use it. It serves as a B flat, but I don't really like it. You can do this one if you want. This is a weird fingering. Look at this. This is this, and you just cover that key with your finger. Can you do that? Is it cheating? Of course you can do it. Why not? You need to close this key. You can go. There's that. You have to choose which one to use again. I'm not going to use that one. It sounds like garbage, you know. I'm going to use the side one. I'm sorry. Now I got to hold out that B flat, that one. And because that, I'm going to use the vented one. You see, at the end of this line, I don't know what the heck I'm even talking about. But anyway, at the end of this line, there's a B flat. Me, I'm going to use the vented one. Because I need to hold it out, and I want it to be rich. And I'm using this left C and the right E flat. The conventional fingerings, if you play clarinet. See now, A flat, rest, so on this one, I can use either B flat, either just the pincher, I'm sorry, this, like I said, I didn't practice it today at all, and this is a little squeaky. So there, I use the side B flat. Here, going to the C, use the left C. Here, again, I'm going to use the regular pincher. Okay. So when you plan out your thing, if you have to hold the note longer, I would suggest using the vented B flat. And if you have to just go not long, but you have to make it clear, use the side. And the pincher would be, depending on your clarinet. Some of the new clarinets seem to be a little better with that pincher thing. But, you know, and again, I could change my mouthpiece. If I put my other mouthpiece on, this B flat will be slightly clearer. But it's not a great B flat. I could put another reed on here, and the B flat will be better, but the upper register is going to be kind of buzzy. And I don't want that either. I don't want the upper register to be buzzy. So I don't like that. You see, so that's the point of this this video, is choosing your B flats. I know there's a high B flat in the second concerto. I use this one. This is in the Weber. I close all the keys and open the A and hold this together. And whatever comes next, I don't have it in front of me, I don't remember anymore. But anyway, it does go up to the super B flat. So I cover everything like I'm going to play a C. So just like I'm playing a C, and I add that key open on it. There's the B flat. And that's the one above it. Okay? So anyway, all right. That's it for now. It's really a nice day out, so I'll probably take the dog out or something. No fishing yet. It's still too cold. Trout season opens April. I think April the 7th. It's a Saturday. That's in New Jersey. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. And again, thank you for the 2,000 subscribers that find a need to follow this blog. And there it is. I got this for like $25 on with the ligature. Not this ligature, came with a ligature. Something. It was some kind of discontinued thing. I got it a while ago, a couple years, almost 2 years. All right, have a good day.